They chillin' in Alaska, swimming in Atlanta, vultures out in Beemore, they Carolina, they wildin' in Chicago, howlin' down in Big D, Mile High in Denver, that Tallahassee pride is deep, they lunchin' in Vancouver, Desperados shootin', the Renegades on the loose, the hyenas lootin', gold out in QC, who higher than them Sparrows, the Furies swooping in divine order for the Pharaohs, Indy on the rise, the Sharks about to mash, gladiators, knights and Aztecs about to clash. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. First and 10, I'm so aggressive. The end zone, the game plan, no pressure. They gotta pay me how they measure me. You know these haters on my back like the referee. You know I'm in it to win it. Game day, I'm about my business, I gotta get it. So I'm all about my ends. And these non-stop wins. They can't touch us, can't touch us. We turning up on these suckers. You know the D brought the rockets. Cause we tighter than the huddles. Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party. Third down is going down. Round the pound, oh, we gotta air them out. That's why I gotta hit the route. Hit the flat if I catch it, then I'm out. Fourth and inches gotta take. YOLO, just no pump fake. So tighten up and hit the power high. The outer ball and draw them off sides.
Irvine, Michaels, Ryan Michaels gets a block midfield. Ryan Michaels, he could be gone. Trying to make comfortable, and he will not. Touchdown, Houston.
Welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see the all-pro party. And welcome to my all-pro party. Baby girl, this an all-pro party. The SFL is an all-pro party. They came out to see an all-pro party.
Yola shakes it. Oh my goodness, and Yola gets away. Yola on the first play for Tallahassee is going to score again. Left side, Odom gets away. Odom breaks another tackle. Ash Odom, you've got to be kidding me. Big chase, 10-5 touchdown! Oh my word!
Tonight, we wrap up Sunday football action as we witness a clash between a high-powered number 8 scoring offense of Oklahoma City as they face off against the stingy number 7 in points allowed Sioux Falls defense. Which team will come out on top? We'll find out soon as we head live down to the stadium for Week 7 rivalry night on Twitch TV, and it starts right now. Welcome to Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where the 3-2 Sparrows will host the 2-4 Renegades. You are watching the SFL Network on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music. Good evening, everyone. I am Mike Daggs, your play-by-play commentator tonight. Alongside me in the booth is Hall of Famer Matt Willson. We're adding something new to our production tonight as we are joined by sideline reporter Andy Hamilton. Matt, how you doing tonight, partner?
I'm great. Glad to be here on Twitch tonight.
A high-powered offense, a highly ranked defense. Which one do you think will prevail?
Well, two teams with completely different strengths. But bottom line is you win the game by scoring points. If Oklahoma City can play a little bit better defensively, I give them a slight edge. However, never count out Jacen McGee, Coach Steve, will make adjustments to improve their offensive production. So, yeah, a little edge to Oklahoma City, but, kind of a coin flip.
And we'll send you down to the sideline for more on tonight's matchup from Andy Hamilton.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. I think that's interesting what Matt was just saying about the way that Oklahoma City might have the slight edge. I talked to Michael Irvine before tonight's game, the owner of the Oklahoma City Renegades, and he says that they're considering the Renegades the underdogs in this matchup, and they think they might be able to get the upset here in Sioux Falls.
Thank you very much, Andy. As we head down to the field, Oklahoma City has the ball teed up and will kick to Sioux Falls, who will get the first offensive possession of the day, and we are underway here in Liberty Park. Ball is taken back at the 8-yard line by Riley Porter. Returns it up to about the 33, where Julian Tyree and company will come out onto the field for their first offensive possession of the day. Take a look at the Sioux Falls offense led by quarterback Julian Tyree. Second-round draft pick at running back Colin Hart. Wide receivers are Sean Harrelson, A.J. Warren, and Riley Porter. At tight end is Craig Hearn, and those are your key players on offense as we start with an empty backfield. Tyree under center, 4-receiver set. Tyree to throw, quick pass over the middle is hauled in by Craig Hearn, and just like that, Sioux Falls has their first down of the night.
Yeah, trying to get the offense going early, throwing some short balls, getting the quarterback right in the thick of things. Yeah, I like it.
Brings up a 1st down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 44-yard line. Colin Hart will join Tyree in the backfield. Tyree in the gun. Tyree back to throw. Another quick pass over the middle, hauled in by Sean Harrelson for an 8-yard gain up to the Oklahoma City side of the field. And in just 2 plays, Matt, they're in Oklahoma City territory.
Yeah, and when we played them, they ran the ball with Colin Hart a ton. Maybe in this game they've decided, well, they see some weaknesses in OKC's secondary, and we're going to try to pass more to exploit that. We'll see how that game, as the game goes on.
2nd down and 2, I formation. Play action. Pass down to the right side, a wide open receiver up to the 25-yard line, again hauled in by Craig Hearn, targeting the tight end early and often here in Sioux Falls.
Yeah, and that's, again, great, nice, easy pass. No tight coverage for Oklahoma City, so OKC might have come in expecting, more runs from Hart, and they're not getting it at the moment.
Brings up a 1st down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Another play action. This time checked down to Colin Hart. Only a 1-yard gain. And for more on the Sioux Falls offense, we'll head back down to sideline reporter Andy Hamilton.
Thanks, Mike. I also talked to Jacen McGee before the game and talking a little bit about what they wanted to do offensively. He said their goal is to have some quick start offense, fire the ball into the middle of the field, use Colin Hart a little bit to take some clock away, and finish the drive with points. If you've noticed, all of their plays have landed inbounds to keep the clock rolling.
Pass broken up by the referee.
Watch out up there, Stripes. I don't want to get in the red tent with the rest of the guys.
Thank you very much for that, Andy.
For the referees.
A striped tent for the refs, yeah. That could be. Brings up a 3rd down and 9 from the Oklahoma City 24-yard line. The drive that started off really fast, like Andy had mentioned they were trying to do, is starting to stall out here. Let's see if they can convert it as they come out in a 5-receiver set. Tyree back to throw. Dumps it down over the middle, complete, but he can't turn upfield. That was Riley Porter with the reception. Gains 7. 2 yards shy of the sticks. Brings up a 4th down and 2.
And interesting, they're playing man defense, which is, again, a little rare in the SFL. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see if Sioux Falls can take advantage, beat one guy off to the races.
Sammy Prefontaine out for the field goal try. This one from 34 yards out. Kick is up, and it is through. And Sioux Falls jumps out to an early 3-0 lead at home over the Renegades.
Good on OKC to kind of, buckle down there and hold Sioux Falls to 3. They can't be I mean, they have a great offense, but you can't be going down early big against Sioux Falls. I don't care what that offensive rank says.
Were you surprised to see Colin Hart not really featured in that first drive?
I just think it's a change of strategy. I mean, you're so down in offense, you got to do something else, and that's what they seem to try to do so far.
Kick taken back at the 9-yard line. Spinning his way up to the 27-yard line is Brock Manley. And we will see quarterback Deacon Nickens lead his offense out onto the field.
And Oklahoma City has an unusual offensive combination of 2 wide receivers and 2 tight ends. So we'll see how the Sioux Falls defense what kind of defense they're going to come up with against these multi-tight end formations.
Running back is J.W. Doyle, the 12th pick in the draft. Nickens back to throw, going deep down the left sideline and overthrows his target. Intended for Deezer Powell. Brings up a 2nd down and 10. So we'll take a look at the rest of the key players here on the Oklahoma City offense. We mentioned quarterback Deacon Nickens and halfback J.W. Doyle. They are joined by receivers Hunter Jones, who was a 2nd-round draft pick, and Deezer Powell, returning for his 2nd season with the Renegades. Tight ends Deshaun Carter was signed in week 3, and Tiberius Bovine, also a tight end. Yeah, it is an unusual 2 tight end set, isn't it, Matt?
Better running back blocking. Whoop. Except when that happens.
Ball is handed off to Doyle. He loses 1 on the play, brings up a 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, Alex Parker said, hello, sit down, Mr. Doyle.
And for some notes on the Oklahoma City offense, we'll once again send it back down to sideline reporter Andy Hamilton.
Yeah, I spoke to Deacon Nickens in warm-ups today during the game. He said their goals from the offensive side of the ball are to not turn the ball over, but they're going to pressure Sioux Falls with a deep passing attack. But the most important thing is to get a win tonight.
Thank you, Andy, as that pass is batted away. And it'll bring up a 4th down and 11. Deshaun Carter, the intended target on the play. Matt, have you seen other teams in the SFL use this 2 tight end set, in the past or regularly at all, or is this something unique to Oklahoma City?
Yeah, Tallahassee ran it in season 6, and we ran it in season 6. We only won 3 games. That should tell you how well it worked for us. However, we didn't have 2 wide receivers as well.
Gotcha.
2 key wide receivers. So this is I don't think I've seen 2 key wides, 2 key tight ends in any SFL makeup, but we'll see how it goes.
So the punt is away from the 15-yard line. Porter takes the ball back at the 39. They'll spot it up at the 41. And we will see Tyree leading his offense back out onto the field for round 2.
Telling you what, if I'm running 2 tight ends, I'd stack them both to the outside and that's where I'd run with my running back, use the tight ends like fullbacks and just eat up those blockers.
Might see a heavier dose of 2nd-round pick Colin Hart. More play action. Fires a quick throw over the middle, and it looks like there might have been some confusion on that play as that pass went to nobody.
I think it was intended for Hurt.
Tyree
got hit.
Yeah.
He got hit on the release, and it messed up his timing. The thing with those play actions, if you don't get good blocking, you're in deep trouble. And OKC does have Zig Washington at key defensive end, so he could wreak some havoc with those play actions.
2nd down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 41-yard line. Tyree back to throw again. Quick out route to the left-hand side, complete and hauled in to Sean Harrelson. Gain of 4.
Down over there.
Brings up a 3rd and 6. Do you run someone down?
Yeah, you got to watch those sideline guys. Sideline guys, put your hands up. If I was coaching a team like in Mexico City, everybody just wear their helmets all the time. They want to get taken out of the game.
In the locker room, going to the bathroom, everywhere. Just keep the helmet on. You don't want to slip on a rubber mat or something.
No.
Tyree back to throw on 3rd down and 6. Pump fakes, goes deep over the middle, right into the hands of an Oklahoma City defender. Pass is broken up and incomplete. Day Drury had his hands on it. And it'll bring up a 4th down.
Oklahoma City, really looking like that top defense we were talking about in the opening. They totally shut down Sioux Falls on that drive.
Yeah, a couple of lucky plays on their first possession, I think, that got them downfield. Probably a little quicker than Oklahoma City was planning. Maybe they were expecting to see a heavier dose of Colin Hart too. I'm still surprised I think we've seen one rush for 1 yard out of him so far tonight. It's a high snap corralled in by the punter. Punt is away. Will land down at the 21-yard line where Brock Manley calls for a fair catch, and we will see the second offensive possession for Oklahoma City.
And I think they're just going to take more big risks with more big passes. That's what Nickens does. He's kind of a feast or famine quarterback. He'll throw it up there. It just depends on what Sioux Falls defense has got, rung up on coverages to see if they can stop him.
Deacon Nickens under center on first down. He will throw, going deep over the middle, complete all the way up to the 43-yard line. Pass hauled in by Tiberius Bovine.
Oh, that's the real bovine, not bovino.
Yes.
This is the American, the genuine article, not the cheap Mexican import.
Brings up a first down and 10 from the Oklahoma City 43. I imagine we'll be seeing the two receiver, two tight end set quite frequently all night long. Nickens to throw, checks it down to J.W. Doyle behind the line of scrimmage, can only get back before he's swarmed by this fearsome Sioux Falls defense. Let's take a look at that Sioux Falls defense at linebacker Alex Parker, his 4th season with the team. Nick Fargo, also at linebacker. At corner, Jay Ringgold and Andrew Nyberg, both second-round picks. And at safety, Chris Dodd and A.J. Levy. Second down and 5. Nickens in the gun. Nickens steps up into the pocket, fires, and dangerous pass into coverage, nearly picked off. Now, Matt, you'll remember during the draft, the long, lengthy draft that you and I did. I wasn't sure we were going to survive the night, but we did. But Sioux Falls made all sorts of moves. They were one of the only teams that made trades, and they made several, which allowed them to actually get 4 draft picks. And all in the second round, they drafted 4 players: Colin Hart, Craig Hearn at tight end, and then Jay Ringgold and Andrew Nyberg. Interesting strategy at getting some youth and some new active players in their team. That pass hauled in for a gain of 8, but 2 yards shy of the sticks. Brings up a 4th down and 2.
Yeah, not great, but I think OKC is going to play the defensive game. They're going to say, well, we're going to play it safe, not throw the pick, and we're going to pin you. Oh, well, we'll see.
Nickens under center as they might go for it a little early. Might just be trying to get this Sioux Falls defense to jump, but I think this defense is just too good.
No commentators cursing.
They'll never jump. There's no chance. And see, I didn't curse them. I was right. And Oklahoma City is forced to burn a timeout early here in the first quarter.
So now they're going to be on the leg of Powell, and he's going to have to do a good job of pinning them inside the 5. Otherwise, it's kind of a wasted. It's not wasted, but playing it safe, you're going to lose that field position advantage that you so covet.
So this punt coming from the 39-yard line will come down at the 10. Riley Porter takes it up to the 17-yard line. Decent return as punt returns go.
Yeah, he got the spin, got about 5 extra yards, and that's not quite what Oklahoma City was hoping for. Pretty much a touchback.
Yeah.
So
first down and 10 from the 17-yard line. And I'll really be surprised if we don't start seeing Colin Hart get in on the action. He had a wild debut in week 1, 234 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Great follow-up in week 2, a game that you and I called, Matt, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground. He had 5 receptions for 26 yards and 2 more touchdowns through the air. Tyree will throw deep over the middle. Bass is hauled in all the way past the 40-yard line. Brings up a first down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 41. A.J. Warren with the reception.
Now let's take a look at this. And I can't tell what. Looks like they might be playing man again, and they just got roasted. So maybe Sioux Falls is going to start seeing that and start just coming up in these 4 or 5 wide receiver sets and says, well, we got a couple of guys that can beat your corners down the field.
So since that week 2 game, Colin Hart's been a lot more quiet. He's only had 1 game over 100 yards. More play action. That pass also hauled in. Nice jumping catch by Sean Harrelson up to the 34-yard line. And, Matt, I can't help but wonder if maybe the coaching staff just lost a little bit of faith in Colin Hart. Like I said, he's only had one game over 100 yards since week 2, and he's only gotten 1 touchdown. So do you think it's a lack of confidence in the rookie, or just some game planning where they want to try to pick apart this Oklahoma City secondary?
I just think Mexico City's defense took his soul. 0.
Oh, that's not nice. Tyree in the gun. 5 receiver set here on first down. Tyree back to throw. Throws a short pass over the middle, complete to Riley Porter for a gain of 5. Brings up a second down and 5 from the 29-yard line. Take a look at the Oklahoma City defense. We've already seen at inside linebacker Day Drury. On the defensive line, Zig Washington, an undrafted rookie. At cornerback, Matthew Lee, another rookie on the team, and Blake Pepper, who's signed in week 2. This run to Hart on the left-hand side, finally getting some yardage and some use out of Hart. Gets it up to the 19-yard line. First down and 10. Finishing off.
Rested.
Yeah, right. Finishing off the look at the Oklahoma City defense at safety, Brady Clark, his second season in on the team. And at strong safety, Pee Wee Rubens, who was signed last week. Rookie strong safety. So, yeah, maybe that's the trick, Matt. Pass 15 times and then throw. Or, excuse me, then run it to Hart, and they'll never expect it.
Maybe they're just trying to have Hart lay in the weeds.
Tyree back to pass on first down. Checks it down to Hart along the right sideline. Gains 6 yards. Brings up a second down and 4 from the Oklahoma City 13. And Matt, that was something in week 2 that we saw quite a bit. He only had 5 receptions in week 2, but 2 of them were for touchdowns. And if I recall correctly, it was a lot of routes just like that. Swing route into the flats and get him into space and let him do what he does. And he was able to punch 2 into the end zone that way and 2 on the ground. It was quite an outing for Colin Hart. Ball is handed off to Hart, running along the right sideline. Had a block out in front of him, just shy of a first down. 3rd down and 1 from the 10.
Got to give a shout out to Wanta for a subscription with Twitch Prime. We sure do appreciate it. The commissioner needs money, so share your bits and subscribe.
That's not what it's all about, but okay.
But, we got to keep the lights on. We got to keep the graphics good. We got to keep Andy happy.
Pay the commish.
Exactly.
Tyree under center. Hands the ball off to Hart, breaking a tackle, getting first down yardage inside the 10-yard line. First down and goal from the Oklahoma City 7.
It's very interesting. Oklahoma City is playing a 34 defense, at least on running situations, and they only have 1 inside linebacker, so that's going to pretty much put you at a disadvantage. Again, here you see it again on any inside runs, because you don't have that 4th down lineman there to plug up the line.
Hart takes a handoff along the left side, wrapped up and tackled. 2-yard gain on the play brings up a second down and goal.
I mean, they got lucky there that Royal was able to make the tackle, because if that was a broken tackle, he would see you later.
Split backs in the backfield on second down. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Tyree under center. Tyree will throw into the end zone, and that pass is tipped away. Dangerous, almost intercepted.
Got a little goal line fade there, and no. There was about 2 Oklahoma City guys in the area. They might have hit each other and caused them not to intercept that ball. But now we have a key 3rd down, and really Sioux Falls, it'd be a real nice conversion for him here to get the touchdown.
65 viewers with us tonight. Let's see if we can get some more in here. Contact everybody you know. Same formation we saw last time, just flipped. Another pass into the end zone, and it is incomplete. Pass is batted away. Riley Porter, the intended target. Not sure if that was just a drop or if that was broken up.
That was a big miss. OKC comes on the blitz here. Tyree makes the right read, and he just drops the ball in the end zone. He's one-on-one. And Porter just right there.
Just whiffed.
These receivers bonking off their hands, you know. Where's that SFL famous stickum?
So we'll see Sioux Falls with their second field goal try of the night. This one from about 21, 22 yards away. 21 and a half, if you want to be exact, I guess.
We'll see. I'm not making any comments.
Kick is up and through. 6-0 Sparrows over the Renegades. You're watching the SFL on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music.
SFL fans, make sure you order your custom SFL merchandise from the league store on simulationfl.net. Just click the shop button through the site navigation where you can order what you see or exactly what you want. This is your league. This is your shop. Order now from Richards Printworks on sfl.net.
And Brock Manley returns it up to the 24-yard line. Oklahoma City's offense will come back out onto the field, see if they can get anything going. Matt, Oklahoma City coming off loss to Tallahassee, as many teams do after they play Tallahassee.
We did beat them last year, technically.
Is this run up the middle to J.W. Doyle, trucking over a defender and getting first down yardage up to the 37-yard line. A painful-looking truck.
Yeah, Doyle here. Look at the blocking, and then he says, "Sit down, sir. Go to the tent."
Rookie Jay Ringgold getting welcomed into the SFL. So so Oklahoma City, they lost to Tallahassee last week, but they're actually on a 4-game losing streak right now, and they're looking to snap that tonight if they can get a win here over Sioux Falls. So Nickens checks it down right over the middle, complete 9-yard gain. Deezer Powell with the reception brings up a 2nd down and 1.
It's a great check down. I actually thought it was crap, and then he ran for 9 yards. So well done, sir. I don't.
Matt Willson telling it like it is. I thought it was crap, he says.
You're always gonna get honesty from Matt Willson. I might get some hate mail, but it is what it is, folks.
That's the end of the first quarter. Renegades 0, Sparrows 6. Stay with us.
APM Music is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com and visit their all-new esports landing page to find the best highlight music, heroic action, and epic sounds to boost the quality of your esports stream just like us. Log on to forum.apmmusic.com/esports for more information. APM Music, production music library, and custom music house.
As we are back for the second quarter of action. Ball is handed off to J.W. Doyle, running straight through the middle and gaining more good yardage. J.W. Doyle looking impressive on these last couple of carries. So far this season, 435 yards, 4 touchdowns, averaging only 3.2 per carry. Doing a little bit better than that so far tonight.
Yeah, and that's surprising given all the help he has. Like I say, I like this set right here. You get your 2 tight ends. You get a little imbalance here. They're shifting. Run it to the left.
Nickens will throw, going against Matt's direction, deep downfield and nearly picked off. Chris Dodd with his hands on the ball. Incomplete pass will bring up a 2nd down and 10.
There's your typical Nickens pass. He's throwing it up. You better moss it.
Taking a look in the chat, Max Jackson here with us tonight. Ramos Lynn, who's that guy? Mighty RX. Iceman, I guess he is. Iceman Gervin, 44. X Factor, 56. AJ Pick 6. Ron Cochran in the house. And many, many more. It looks like Deezer Powell calling you out, Matt. A pass to me is never crap. Deep throw down the right sideline. Incomplete. Looked like that pass was intended for AJ Levy, and surprisingly, Levy does not haul that one in. Levy with a few interceptions this season. 4, actually. 4 interceptions, 4 passes defense.
So, I'm seeing a lot of interesting runs out of Oklahoma City, and then I'm seeing a lot of these deep hurl it to the sky kind of throws. I'm not seeing those intermediate slants or outs in their offense yet.
Nickens to pass here on 3rd down and 10. Going for it all, and that one's also broken up and incomplete. A.J. Levy in on the coverage. Brings up a 4th down and 10 from midfield.
And you saw it to Jones, and why is Jones even on the field? These are the formations I don't agree with. You can throw out of that 2 tight end set. Get all your key players on the field at the same time because they're more likely to make those big plays. Even the tight ends. They can catch too, right?
Yeah, absolutely we can. We can even catch touchdowns, but my quarterback's not aware of that.
Hey, you got a big ball today.
At least you can catch.
Oh, too soon for Andy. Stay down on the sidelines, Andy. That punt is returned up to the Sioux Falls 18-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Julian Tyree and Colin Hart and the rest of the Sioux Falls offense. Sioux Falls 3-2 on the season. They're coming off their bye week. They were shut out by Mexico City heading into their bye. So both of these teams coming off a loss. One of them obviously will win tonight. And
you don't say.
Yeah, that's why I'm here, Matt, to establish the obvious. Tyree to throw. Short pass over the middle, complete. Gaining 9.9 yards to Sean Harrelson. 2nd down and inches.
And see, that's what Sioux Falls has that Oklahoma City seems to be missing right now, is those kind of medium 8-9 yard, routes in the middle of the field. The ins or the outs, they're just kind of all or nothing chucks to the air. And here we go again with a 3-4. Let's see how they do against Colin Hart.
Tyree hands the ball off to Hart, hitting the backfield, but pushing his way through. Gains just enough for a 1st down up to the 29-yard line.
That's all you need. Just keep rolling.
Scrolling through the chat, looking at our cheered bits right before the game started. Tackle Saint cheered 500 bits. Thank you for those. If you've got bits to cheer them here.
They're delicious.
Matt loves bits. Remember broadcaster bits? I got to bring that back. They look great. Chocolate marshmallow. Colin Hart running up the middle, gaining 7 yards on his 1st down carry, brings up a 2nd down and 3, and now we're starting to see Hart get a little bit more involved in the action.
Yeah, they've loosened up the Oklahoma City defense with those play actions, and now they're just flinching a little bit, delaying a little bit, and it's having an effect.
Tyree hands the ball off to Hart, trying to truck his way past the defender and can't do it. Stood up at the 37-yard line, brings up a 3rd down and 2.
AJ pick 6 with 100 bits waving at Andy Hamilton. I don't know what that's about.
Don't ask, don't tell. That's what it's all about, Matt.
Is that Andy's motto?
Yes. 3rd down and 2 from the 37-yard line. Colin Hart takes the handoff, running straight up the middle, gaining more than enough for 1st down. Day Drury in on the tackle. I think maybe it's because Andy was asking for him to show us your biddies. So AJ showed him his
that.
biddies.
The Twitch streamers call them biddies. It sounds
Yeah,
wrong to
we
me.
don't. This broadcast crew has
They're manly bits.
That's
darn it.
right. Oh, gosh. Julian Tyree checks it down to Hart, gaining only about a yard, 2nd down and 9.
Maybe 2 bits or biddies. I'm not going to call them that, but,
Hey, nothing unmanly about a nice pair of biddies.
if you can find them, Andy, good luck.
I'm not quite sure how my sideline reporter keeps hacking his way up into the booth.
I'm up here getting a hot dog. Leave me alone.
Well, just don't do what Ramos did and go to get a hot dog and never come back. 2nd down and 9 from the 43-yard line. Sorry, Ramos. Tyree back to throw. Out route to the left-hand side, hauled in by A.J. Warren. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
And again, Sioux Falls with their medium passing game, that's kind of been keeping their drives alive. I expect another one right here.
Tyree under center. Will pass. Out route to the left-hand side, complete to Warren. 1st down up to the 47-yard line. A little bit of jawing going back and forth between the two teams.
And like I say, you're seeing a definite change in Sioux Falls' playbook. A lot more passing, a lot less running, and against this defensive front, it seems to be working so far.
First down and 10 from the Oklahoma City 47-yard line. Tyree to pass. Ooh, the pocket was collapsing. Gets it away to Warren. Gains only 2 on what was an impressive one-handed catch.
Yep, and at least he didn't take the sack like I did earlier today. Luckily, we still won, but you don't want to take those -5, -6-yard gain or losses. It really puts your offense in a bind.
Oklahoma City still showing this 3-4 as Hart takes the handoff, following his blockers. Plenty of room down the left-hand side to the 20, 10, 5, one man to beat, falls into the end zone for the touchdown. Sioux Falls.
Kaka.
Kapow, I think is what they say, Matt.
No, kaka. That's how the bird makes. Birds don't go kapow.
The Sparrows do.
Not any I've ever met. Look at this blocking. It's just great. They take the safety out. Another safety gets... Ooh, that might have been a block in the back, not called, but never mind. And Hart just drags
It's Blake
Pepper into the end zone.
Blake Pepper.
Right here, look at this, right here. 75. Might have gotten away with a little bit of a block in the back, but, Ref 62 didn't see it.
Ref 62 is paid off. Kidding, we don't do that here in the SFL.
Just stick them in magical injections into your injury.
That's
We're
right.
back next week.
Just don't want to see anybody hurt for too long.
Did you guys say Ref 62's down here?
Leave him alone. The extra point is up and through. 13-0 Sparrows over the Renegades. You're watching the SFL on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
Ball's returned up to the 28-yard line. Oklahoma City will take back over on offense, and they want to get something going here before it gets too late for them. Down by 2 scores at this point.
Yeah, like I said in the intro, this is supposed to be a high-octane offense, and I haven't seen any octane at all.
Ball's handed off to J.W. Doyle, running straight up the middle for a gain of 6. Brings up a 2nd down and 4 as you take a look at the halfback comparison. Colin Hart obviously getting a lot more done so far thanks to that one long run on his last possession.
Yeah, and, hey, long runs count too, so you got to stop those.
Ray Bentley had a long run.
Oh, yeah, it was glorious.
Nickens hands the ball off to Doyle. No gain on that play. Brings up a 3rd down and 5.
And you know how much I love running out of the gun. I see that as a great passing opportunity. You get in the gun, you got your 2 wide receivers, your 2 tight ends. Just have them slant in, have the wide receivers go, run a little deep post, clear them out, and you got some good opportunities, I would say.
Nickens under center here on 3rd down and 5, dropping back to pass, looking deep down the left-hand side, has a man but slightly underthrown. Pass is batted away and incomplete. Pass was intended for Deezer Powell.
And there's another Nickens special. He just chucked it up and hoped his receivers can make a play, but Powell just...
sometimes you got to count. Yeah, sometimes you got to count on your receivers to be able to make plays like that for you. So far, Nickens 4 of 11 for only 39 yards and a 36% completion percentage on the season so far. He's actually doing a lot better than that. Over 1,700 yards on the season, 12 touchdowns to only 9 picks, and a 70% completion percentage. But this is probably one of the more difficult defenses that he's gone up against so far this season. So we'll see how this shakes out for him here. So we have 4 minutes, 29 seconds to go here in the first half. And Sioux Falls will try to put some more points on the board, see if they can extend their lead even further. So first down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 33-yard line. Tyree under center, I formation. Tyree flings it down to Colin Hart, gains 2 yards. That play hasn't been quite as effective as we saw back in week 2.
No, but I don't think they're going to stop using it. All you need to do is bust one, and it could be off to the races.
Yeah, absolutely. So 4 receivers set here on 2nd down and 8 from the 35-yard line. Clock rolling under 4. Tyree to throw, out route, left-hand side, hauled in. 2 yards shy of the stick will bring up a 3rd down and 2.
A little hot potato action there.
So on 3rd down and 2, do you trust Colin Hart to get you the first down yardage?
Yeah, that's what I would do. I think it's the safest bet, and they're stacked.
Yeah, offset I formation to the left-hand side. Hart gets the handoff, runs straight up the middle. I think throwing off the Oklahoma City defense, everybody was shifting over to that side, and instead of running to the left, Hart takes it straight up the middle.
Yeah, and he's fresh, so... Again, I like using him in those situations.
Sioux Falls in no particular hurry. Here is 3 minutes approach on the clock. Plenty of time to continue your run game. Hart breaking a tackle and running down the right sideline. Finally knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line after another huge gain.
Ouch. That'll break your heart right there. Had him contained. All you had to do was make the tackle, and he says, no.
Still took 2 guys to bring him down.
Yeah, he's a load.
First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Hart with the handoff, running straight up the middle. Gains 5, wrapped up and tackled. Day Drury in on the tackle. Play action. Pass completed. First down yardage inside the red zone up to the 16-yard line.
And, except for the long runs by Hart, it's just been these 8, 11-yard passes.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning. Oklahoma City nothing, Sioux Falls 13, and knocking on the door. So first down and 10 from the Oklahoma City 16-yard line. Colin Hart with the handoff, running up the middle again, breaking a tackle, gaining 4. Second down and 6 from the 12.
You know, and they had a close game against the Pride last week at OKC, but they were very reliant on Christensen throwing two picks, and Tyree's been very clean so far. Not really anything close to a pick that I've seen today.
Three receiver set. Tyree to throw. Out route, left-hand side, hauled in, and juking his way out of bounds after a first down is Warren. First down and goal from the 5.
We're seeing it again and again. OKC is playing way off, and Tallahassee's just taking advantage of these situations.
You mean
Sioux
Oklahoma
Falls
City?
is
Yeah.
Oklahoma, yeah.
One of those teams. Somebody is.
Now you're messing me up. Jeez, I mean,
I have no idea. Which teams are these? Oh, wait, I see a giant sparrow in the end zone. I think the Sparrows. Tyree back to pass. Quick pass. Ooh, maybe too quick. Incomplete. I don't think his receiver was quite ready for that one. That pass intended for J.J. McGee.
I don't think I was ready for that pass. Zoink.
Second down and goal from the Oklahoma City 5-yard line. Tyree under center, offset eye to the right. Ball is handed off to Hart. Blockers out in front of him and walks untouched into the end zone for another Sioux Falls touchdown. And what was that you just said, Matt? Too easy?
Too easy. Like I said, you saw me moving out there. I could have made that touchdown on a QB scramble.
You had a nice run today.
I know. That's what Hall of Famers do. All I do is win. Oh, never mind. We'll stop my...
No singing. No singing. My goodness. Celebrate the Sioux Falls touchdown, unless you're Oklahoma City. Kapow. Check the chat, Matt. Kapow, kapow, kapow from AJ Pick 6. And from Sonic 0002, however you pronounce that one. 20-0, Sparrows over the Renegades. We'll be right back.
Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL.
It's just an onslaught of kapows in the chat. That return is all the way up to the 29-yard line for Brock Manley. I think his best return of the night. Gives Oklahoma City decent starting field position with 1:14 to go and a pair of timeouts. One of their timeouts used early on in the first quarter, about 5 minutes ago. They tried to go for it on fourth down, see if they could get the Sparrows to jump. Didn't happen. Had to burn a timeout. Sioux Falls defense playing up close. Deacon Nickens checks it down to J.W. Doyle. Gains 7, and we will run into the no-huddle offense. Everybody getting back in position. Nickens snaps the ball, drops back, looking to throw, checks it down to Doyle again on the right side, gains a first down, and gets out of bounds, stopping the clock with 51 seconds to go.
Yeah, maybe they're trying to get into field goal range with those kinds of passes. I don't think they're gonna do it with this kind of time on the clock.
Yeah,
it's like now they're dumping the ball off. Now they're not going deep when they maybe should.
Yeah, I mean, I think they at least want to get some points on the board here when they're down by 3 touchdowns, and they're not going to get the ball to start the second half. Nickens to throw.
Oh,
nearly a pick 6. I thought that one was going the other way.
I think one of the linebackers or defensive ends got that one, so not quite the greatest of hands.
Brings up a second down and 10 from the Oklahoma City 40-yard line. 47 seconds here to go. 2 timeouts for Oklahoma City. 2 receivers split out wide to the right. Sioux Falls defense still playing up close except for the 2 deep safeties. Stacking the box. Nickens to throw. Has time going deep down the right side and into double coverage. Incomplete pass. I can't believe he doesn't have an interception yet with some of these throws he's been making.
Yeah, I don't get it. Every time he's thrown to a man, he's been completely blanketed by this Sioux Falls defense as advertised. They need to run some different plays, get some guys open because there's nobody.
Crowd here at Liberty Park on their feet, making noise on 3rd down and 10. Nickens to throw. Out route, left-hand side, complete, but only for a 6-yard gain up to the 46-yard line. Brings up a 4th down and 4. And the clock will continue running as I think at this point both teams are content to just get to the half and regroup. Ethan Ellis standing back at his own 30-yard line to punt the ball. Riley Porter waiting to receive. Kick is away as time expires. Punt taken at the 18 and running the wrong way back to the 16. Your score at the half. Oklahoma City Renegades, 0. Sioux Falls Sparrows, 20. Stay with us. We will be back after halftime. Welcome back to Liberty Park here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Have the ball teed up at the 30-yard line, ready to kick off. Oklahoma City will receive. A little correction on my part. I thought Oklahoma City kicked to start the game. Excuse me, they did, so they will receive the ball in the second half. It's a late night, folks. Ball is returned up to the 30-yard line. So Oklahoma City not able to get anything done in the first half, Matt. I would expect that to change. I mean, this is a top 10 offense.
Yeah, it's really looked like a top 20 offense. Oh, there's 21 teams in the league, right? So they got to beat one.
Yep.
But they've done nothing. They've thrown deep. They need some medium routes.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for them to come.
I agree. Yeah, they've thrown some short ones and some deep ones. The deep ones they haven't been able to connect on. J.W. Doyle with the handoff there. Gains only a yard, now with 29 yards on the day.
You know, I'm no coach, but I hate that play so much.
The delay handoff.
The delay handoff. You got 2 tight ends. That's not the best way to use them.
Second down and 9 from the 31-yard line. Nickens to throw. That pass is in and out of the hands of his intended target. Brings up a 3rd down and 9.
A.J. Levy, but that ball really floated. If he had a little more mustard on it, I think it would have been a completion, but it was too far out in front and had too much air underneath it. Levy's like, yeah, oh.
Levy's just surprised by that one, I think. Wasn't expecting to see it coming. Suddenly it's at his knees.
Gotta hate when that happens.
3rd down and 9 from the 31. Nickens to throw. Out routes completed on the right-hand side. 4th down and 4 after only a gain of 6. And that's what we've been seeing a lot of, is these passes complete just short of the 1st down marker.
You got to run that play on 1st or 2nd down. It's not your 3rd down play. It's like that. And they've got their play calling reversed.
Shout out to Medam96. 100 bits cheered. Thank you very much for your support. Keep those bits coming.
Because you never know when the lights are going to go out in the SFL.
See if anybody can beat Jeremy Vega, Denver Nightwings owner, with 20,000 bits on the board. He's a wild man. Punt taken up to the 27-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Sioux Falls. As Julian Tyree heads back out onto the field, we'll head right back down to the sideline. And sideline reporter Andy Hamilton with his thoughts after the first half.
So I talked to A.J. Levy at the halftime break. He said it was a great first half so far, but there's still 2 quarters of football left. Sioux Falls isn't taking anything for granted when it comes to this Renegades team. And he said the defense needs to continue to stay the course and play solid defense all the way to the end, which it seems like on that first drive coming out of the break they did. So I think it'll be interesting heading forward to see how their offense couples with the defense to try and keep Oklahoma City on the wrong end of this deal.
Thank you very much, Andy. 2nd down and 8 from the 29-yard line, and I welcome everybody back into the broadcast booth. I forgot to turn the camera back on after halftime. Quick pass down the left-hand side into double coverage, incomplete. Pass was broken up by Brady Clark at free safety.
Yeah, that's the plays OKC needs. Interceptions. Flip the field. Get in the field goal range. There's still time for field goals at this point, but you just let Sioux Falls methodically move the ball down the field. You're going to be running low on options.
3rd down and 8 from the 29-yard line. 4 receivers set. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Stepping up into the pocket, throwing deep, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Brady Clark. His 3rd interception on the season.
That's just what the doctor ordered. Playing back in the zone, and that ball is for me, thank you.
$100 bits from Goonerbear94 encouraging me to turn the camera back on. What's my favorite flavor of ice cream? Asks Andy Hamilton. Pistachio. Oh, it's terrible. Cookie dough. It's cookie dough. You can't beat cookie dough.
Because you have a
cream.
mustache.
No, I'm with you. I understand. It's just not funny. Pass completed for a gain of 13 yards up to the 37-yard line. 1st down and 10 inside Sioux Falls territory.
And there you go. That's how to use Tyver's bovine correctly. You got a little out for him, plenty of room to roam, and that's, one of the all-time leading receivers for tight ends in league history as far as yardage and touchdowns. So, give him the ball in open space and let him work.
He needs those green pastures and the wide open fields.
Nickens to throw, checks it down to J.W. Doyle. Tackled by A.J. Levy, but falling past the 1st down marker up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, sinking like a submarine there and just saying, I'm going to deliver all my body force forward and get that 1st down. Let's see exactly how it happens. Hits Doyle a little behind him, and he's 2 hands for safety, and then he just says, get down.
Deacon Nickens, 10 of 20, 81 yards, 50% completion percentage so far.
That's not going to get it done in the SFL on most nights.
J.W. Doyle with almost half of those receptions. He has 4 of them for 21 yards. Need to get those receivers and tight ends more involved as Nickens drops back to throw and involves J.W. Doyle. Just getting past the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1 brings up a 2nd down and 9.
You know, and I said field goals are okay, but when you get this kind of field position off a turnover, you know, you want to get that touchdown. It kind of helps your momentum situation, and that's what they desperately need. 3 points. I mean, I take it if it's 4th down at this point in the game, but, you know, 7 is much, much better.
Nickens to throw, and it is complete. Hauled in, nearly intercepted, but completed up to the 13-yard line. Pass hauled in by number 10.
Good old Hunter Jones.
Wow.
He got shellacked, but held onto the ball. Good to see some people still have hands.
Andrew Nyberg nearly had the interception. Ball looked like it went right through him. I don't know how he missed.
Oh, Deacon's a holy man. Maybe it was a holy ball.
There was divine intervention at work.
Well,
Can't escape the sack. Brought down back at the 17-yard line. Johnny Summers getting into the backfield and disrupting the play.
yeah, the sun set quickly on that pocket. Nickens tried to step up and try to get away, but yeah.
You can't get away, Nickens.
No, I mean, look at that. Nickens is turning his legs like a fullback, but it's not happening. And now you got a rough 2nd and 14 here. Like I say, I'm always a big fan of just get half that back. 3rd and 8, fine by me.
These Oklahoma City receivers, Hunter Jones and Deezer Powell, both with numerous touchdowns on the season. Kind of quiet tonight as that pass is hauled in up at the 7-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and 4.
Again.
Just what the Mad ordered.
Yeah.
And then some.
And then some, yeah, 3rd and 4. It's a little bit tough because you've got a compressed field of play because you're on the 7, but I would try to... Please don't hand this off.
Tiberius Bovine on that reception has been in the league about 1,000,000 years. 463 yards so far this season under pressure. Nickens throwing left corner of the end zone, and it is in and out of the hands of Deshaun Carter.
I saw that set, and I'm like, all the tight ends have to do is run a little quick out, and they could get that 4 yards. They went for the end zone instead, and I think Nickens is under pressure caused him to throw that ball a little later than he probably would have liked because he had to get out of the way. It was not a clean pocket.
Johnny Omega on for the field goal try. And Matt, you know, you're this close to the end zone. Would you have wanted to go for this here?
Not yet. If it's
Too soon to
like
take your points.
2 minutes in the 3rd, 1 minute in the 3rd, maybe. But
The shutout has been averted. The Oklahoma City Renegades are on the board. Oklahoma City 3, Sioux Falls 20. You're watching the SFL on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
That return taken up to the 32-yard line. Sioux Falls back out on the field. 1st down and 10 from their own 32. Ball is handed off to Hart, running down the left-hand side, gaining about 3. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Hart with 129 yards and 2 touchdowns on the day so far.
Yeah, who'd have thunk? He started out so slow, and he's got over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's a game well done. We're so underutilized in the first quarter.
Second down and 7 from the 34. Play action. Pump fakes. Throws down to the right-hand side. Has the target. Complete for a decent gain up to midfield. Hauled in by Craig Hearn, the tight end.
Again with this play action, and there's nobody in Tyree's face, so he just peruses the field and says, yep, there's my open man. And there's 2 linebackers. Was there a corner in the vicinity? There's 55, and yeah, 32 was there. Pee Wee Rubens.
So first down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 49-yard line, and Colin Hart now getting quite a few carries, 15 rushes, 129 yards. And here's another one as he gets his head absolutely taken off. Gains another couple of yards, adding on to that total. And Matt, one of the things that I saw that was interesting when looking up some of the information for today's game, if Hart runs for over 100 yards, Sioux Falls has won every game. If Hart rushes for under 100 yards, they have lost every game. And so far tonight, Colin Hart's already up over 100 yards and up by 3 scores still.
Yeah, that's you gotta love that average. I mean, that long helps him, but he's been pretty steady throughout this game.
Brings up a 3rd down and 9. 4 receivers set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Tyree back to throw, throwing deep over the middle, complete to A.J. Warren all the way up to the 24-yard line.
Sioux Falls making it look easy again. Tyree, pretty clean pocket, good enough to find the open hole in the zone, and there's just nobody around.
Are they playing zone, or was that man coverage? It looked like the defensive back was chasing him down from behind.
Could be. I take a second look, but the truck won't allow that, so we'll play on.
Split backs in the backfield, 3 receiver set. Tyree to throw here on first down and 10. Quick pass over to the right-hand side, complete to Riley Porter.
They're just burning the midnight oil here. Run that clock, when I said it was 7 minutes to go or 8 minutes to go, and I'm like, yeah, field goal is good. Well, the defense hasn't stopped Sioux Falls, so now it's not looking so hot.
2nd down and 5 from the 19. Hart with the handoff, stuttering at the line of scrimmage. Gains only a yard before he is tackled.
But if I'm reviewing the tape of OKC and I'm seeing this 34 defense, I'm just giving my running back the ball up the middle because, again, you get a few blocks and just go right at the heart of this defense. You don't want to go to the outside because they have a speed advantage having an extra linebacker out there. But, yeah, that's where they're killing them, up the middle.
Offset I formation, Oklahoma City showing pressure and getting there. Brings up a 4th down and 5 from the 20-yard line. Will give Sioux Falls the opportunity to try a 37-yard field goal try.
Try again. See if they can make it.
Kick is away. It is up and through. Sioux Falls extends the lead by 3, 23-3 over the Renegades. You're watching the SFL on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music.
Follow the SFL on Twitter @SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
Brock Manley with the return up to the 30-yard line, and we will send it back down to sideline reporter Andy Hamilton with more.
He said that the Renegades had a really good week of practice, so the score could be a little bit surprising here. And then when talking to Jacen McGee before the game, he said that the Renegades can really get going through the air, and if Nickens gets going early, he could really take over this game. So the Sioux Falls Sparrows' point was to try and get them off the field as much as possible, and so far they've been doing a pretty good job of that, I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Andy. J.W. Doyle, 31 yards on 6 carries.
I would say a really good job. You got only 3 points on the board. Your defense is doing its job. And again, the great shotgun run for 2 yards. Excellent.
SFL President Jermaine Smith, Lord Destro in the chat, joining us tonight. Enjoying his vacation, from what I'm told. Deacon Nickens back to pass. Wobbly throw over the middle. That was a Matt Wilson-esque pass up to midfield, hauled in for a first down.
Hey, not anymore, man. I've been working out. My arm is stronger, way stronger this year than it was last year. I threw a strike to K.L. Barrett, not a wobble in sight.
If only you had a good tight end like they have here on Oklahoma City.
I know we're working on him. He needs a lot of
Oh, come on. Ouch.
boink.
Ouch. First down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 49-yard line. Oklahoma City not giving up without a fight as they're in Sioux Falls territory. Hands the ball off to Doyle, trying to break away but can't. Losing a yard back to midfield. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage by Chris Dodd. That's his first tackle for a loss this season.
AP 111, thanks for the 100 bits. I still say you're busy, but join in on the Discord, get in on the chat, and get to know some people. You'll have a good time, I guarantee it.
You know, and if you're looking for something to do while you're watching these SFL games, you can join the live stats team. Could always use help there as Doyle running over defenders down the left-hand sideline, 34-yard line. Brings up a first down and 10 for J.W. Doyle.
Or was that all game long? Good blocking, though. Doyle just did a little ole, breaks a tackle, and gets some decent yards. That's the kind of runs they've been looking for.
So, back to what I was trying to say. Even if you don't think you have a ton of time to devote to the SFL, if you're even watching one game a week, you could run the stats for that game. It would help us out immensely. As that pass is nearly picked off, Jay Ringgold got his hands on it. Pass is broken up and incomplete. Jay Ringgold with 1 interception and 3 passes defensed on the season to go along with his 16 tackles. So in summary, never think that you're too busy for the SFL. As long as you can watch one game, you could do the stats and participate, get your name out there, and move on up to bigger and better things before you know it. Second down and 10 from the Sioux Falls 34-yard line. 3 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Deacon Nickens back to pass. Quick throw over the middle, complete to Deezer Powell. Bring up a third down and 2, and we will have to see what happens on this third down after the break, as that will bring us to the end of the third quarter. So your score after 3, Oklahoma City 3, Sioux Falls 23. A lot can happen in these final 11 minutes. Don't go away.
Show Business Studios can take your dream and make it reality. Any show, anytime, any place. Show Business Studios is limited only by your imagination. Find us at showbusinessstudios.com.
Third down and 2. Doyle runs the ball up to the 18-yard line inside the red zone and gets a first down, now averaging 4.9 per carry.
Yeah, Doyle really bringing it. I wish he had brought it earlier. It might have helped OKC out. you don't want to see this kind of thing happen.
Now with 11 rushing attempts for 54 yards. First down and 10. Nickens back to throw. Trucking it down to Bovine. Gains only 3. Looked like he kind of jumped and caught that one-handed in the air.
Yeah, unfortunately, that ball was kind of behind Bovine. He had a solid 5, and he only was a 3-yard gain.
Brings up a second down and 7 from the 15-yard line. Nickens hands the ball off to Doyle, wrapped up and tackled in the backfield by Nick Fargo. Loss on the play brings up a third down and 8.
Now this is a big third down. Just get the first here. Don't go to the end zone. Just get the first and go from there. You got plenty of time. Don't kick a field goal.
Nickens back to throw, going to the end zone, and it is intercepted, picked off by Chris Dodd, kneeling it for the touchback.
Great play by Dodd, but they did exactly what I told them not to do. They tried to go for it all, and Sioux Falls was just waiting for it. Dodd playing center field, just backpedaling, saying, my ball. Thank you very much.
So first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Sioux Falls probably going to give us a heavy dose of Colin Hart to try to run out as much clock as they can here in the fourth quarter. Hart with the handoff. Oklahoma City expecting for it and ready for it. Gain of only 1 brings up a second down and 9.
Yeah, but, I mean, even if they just run it 3 times and kick it, no pun intended, Cam.
and do what? Kick it! Say it with enthusiasm, Matt.
But even if that happens, they're going to run, 45 times 3. I can't do the math. Lots of time off the clock here.
Tyree back to throw. Finds his target open on the left-hand side. Complete. Brings up a third down and 3.
And now they don't have much to go. The question is, will they run it here, take the safe play, or try to throw it? Me, I'm running the ball because I don't see much downside.
The trash car with 300 bits. Thank you for your support of the SFL. Third down and 3. Tyree hands the ball off to Hart with blockers out in front of him. Gains his way up to the 34-yard line for another Sioux Falls first down.
Oh, starting to hear the death rattle of Oklahoma City. They're going to milk another 45 times 3 off the clock. And that 20-point lead is just so hard to come back from with that little time remaining. They had that chance to put 7 on the board, but they threw that pick in the end zone.
Tyree in the gun going deep over the middle into double coverage. Oklahoma City nearly getting the ball back on that play.
That would have been a possible momentum shifter, but it was not to be. Not yet.
Eight minutes to go. Down by 3 touchdowns. Oklahoma City fighting to try to get back, relying on their defense right now. 5 receivers set. As the Sparrows don't appear interested in running the clock. Tyree to throw, going deep over the middle again. This time has his man complete up to the 46-yard line. Pass was hauled in by A.J. Warren.
Yeah, that helpless corner was flailing away like he tried to bat the ball down, but he was about 3 yards away. Watch this poor corner here. He's like, I got it. No, you don't, sir. Not playing a little bit too deep on that route.
A.J. Warren targeted 7 times, 7 completions. Now 90 yards on the day. Thank you to sideline man Andy Hamilton for also keeping track of our stats tonight. Wearing a couple hats and crying. It happens. Massive hit by Brady Clark. But Harrelson hangs on, brings up a second down and 4. Second down and 6 from the Oklahoma City 42-yard line. 7 minutes to go here in the ball game. Tyree back to throw under pressure. Gets
Nice
it away.
grab.
Hauled in by Craig Hearn, just a yard shy of the sticks and getting out of bounds.
That's helping your quarterback there. He got hit. The ball was a bit of a floater, but still maintained concentration on the ball, hauled in. And you're short a yard. Who cares? It's 3rd and 1. The way Hart's been running, it's going to be hard for Oklahoma City to stop him.
Colin Hart now with 139 yards on the day, averaging 7 yards a carry. Plenty more than he needs to get a first down here. Tyree under center, hands the ball out. No, play action. Throwing it over the middle, complete. Getting inside the red zone, another first down from the 17-yard line.
Oklahoma City saying, yeah, forget this running the clock stuff. We're just going to chuck it anyways. And, I mean, McGee's wide open.
Well, they might be up by 3 scores, but we've seen far crazier things happen in the SFL, especially with 6.5 to go in the ball game. You know, you could not easily, but you could get back in this one. So I think Sioux Falls is just going for the throat at this point, wanting to put this one out of reach. Tyree to throw, complete to Harrelson, up to the 7, just shy of another first down.
Just like a surge into this defense. And
Yeah.
highly touted, at least statistically, coming in, but I mean, their offense has done them no favors either. But they haven't been able to stop this running game. Once it got going, they've just been in the fetal position the whole game.
Second down and inches. I formation. Hart with the handoff, running towards the end zone and stood up at the 2. But now first down and goal from the 2-yard line. And it's up to the Oklahoma City defense now to step up, or this one will likely be out of reach.
Yeah, it's almost better he didn't score, because now you can run some more clock and really seal this thing away with a touchdown here on this or the next play.
Hart with the handoff, running on the left-hand side, stopped behind the line at first, but fighting his way into the end zone for his 3rd touchdown of the evening.
Wish we could watch the pretty fireworks. You know, it's a big break from the jet missiles and the waterfalls and the freaking fire.
Remember the fire in Indianapolis? Just some nice fireworks in Mount Rushmore here in Sioux Falls and Liberty Park.
Delicious tacos.
1,000 bits from AJ
Whoa.
Pick 6. Kapow, 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 kapow. I'll read all his kapows too. He's earned it. Thank you very much for your support.
The commish will enjoy those bits.
They're
All right.
delicious.
Just, think of the commish behind his monitors. It's really dark, like Batman.
Piles of bits everywhere.
Piles of bits. He's just swimming in them.
Suicide King says Sioux Falls is kind of good. So far, they have been kind of good. 3-2. The game against Mexico City looking more like an aberration than anything else.
Or just how good Mexico City actually is.
That could be it. Speaking to the quarterback of Mexico City.
And the tight end of Mexico City.
Well, there is that. Brock Manley returns the ball up to the 30-yard line. See what they can do here on offense. 5 minutes, 11 seconds to go here in Sioux Falls.
If I'm Deacon Nickens, I just hurl this to the sky. I don't care about picks. I need touchdowns.
Yeah, you need them fast and furious now. Penalty on that play. Complete. Spins his way up to the 38-yard line. We'll see what the flag is.
Jacen McGee splashing around bits like he's a big gambler or something. I believe he's the all-time leader for bit donations on the boards. He's getting kind of nervous, so he's trying to keep his lead.
So an offside penalty on Sioux Falls. Oklahoma City accepts, which I think will actually move them back a couple yards, but gives them another shot at first down.
Yeah, either way, that 51.5 rating again likely won't win in the SFL.
Nickens to throw on first down and 5. Doyle spin move, trucking a defender and getting the first down up to the 42-yard line.
And out of bounds.
And he's out of bounds. He did it all there, Matt.
Only could have scored. That would have been doing it all.
Oh, yeah. Looked like he may have actually stepped out of bounds before that, right when he was doing the spin. No challenge coming. We'll bring up a first down and 10 from the 42.
And we have a set with no tight ends. Interesting.
Nickens back to pass. Out route to the right-hand side, complete. A 6-yard gain up to the 48-yard line.
I guess Bovine was out there as split out as a wide receiver, so that's one of your weapons, at least down the field.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, as we talked about, there was 2 key receivers and 2 key tight ends. Tiberius Bovine being one of them. He came into today's game with 463 yards. Now with that, he's over 500, which makes him the number 2 pass receiving target on the team, just behind Deezer Powell, who has 579 coming into today's game. That pass complete all the way up to the Sioux Falls 46-yard line, and we'll see Oklahoma City hit the gas pedal here as they go into the no huddle. Short pass over the middle, complete for a gain of 9.
Where were these throws earlier? These nice gain, more Sioux Falls-esque looking gains. They were MIA.
Check down to Doyle, and his momentum carries him out of bounds for a loss of 2 on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 3.
Better check Doyle's rudder. It looks like it was worse than the Titanic.
The Titanic's rudder is actually in pretty bad shape right now, from what I hear.
Well, it's underwater, but when it was built, it was too small for their ship. So
it was. That's right, folks. You'll learn history here, too.
I did take many history classes.
Nickens back to pass on 3rd down and 3. Finds his target over the middle, complete up to the 27-yard line, and another Renegade first down. Hunter Jones with the reception. Jones with 5 touchdowns so far in his rookie season. We could have used a few more out of him tonight. Doyle again catches the ball and runs out of bounds. They're going to need a little bit better production in the passing game out of the rookie. Teach him to plant that foot and turn upfield.
Good thing there wasn't an iceberg out there. Right ahead.
Iceberg right ahead.
Yes.
All right, reel it back in, boys.
Sorry, Andy.
Wait, who's the director of broadcasting?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Nickens back to throw deep down the right sideline into double coverage and incomplete.
And that seems to have been Sioux Falls' plan this entire game is, they've let them have especially in this quarter, have them, medium, 8 to 10, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10. Every time they go deep, there's just nothing there. It's just a pick or 2 men in the vicinity.
Crowd here in Liberty Park still present, still making noise here to support their team on 3rd down and 13 from the Sioux Falls 30-yard line. Nickens back to throw, stepping up into the pocket and under pressure. The pass was thrown straight down into the grass as he's hit as he released the ball.
Now you got to go for it. You got no choice.
So to go for it on 4th down and 13, certainly not a high percentage play. Nickens under center. Drops back, quick throw over the middle, and it is complete up to the 12. Finding Hunter Jones again.
Hey, Jones, stop talking smack. It's set. You're going to need it.
Get back in your spot. Jones with 5 receptions, 57 yards on the day. Nickens has time. Pressure's coming. Avoids the sack and then gets brought down. A lot of time taken off on that play as we tick down to 3 minutes here in the ball game. Nickens takes the snap, looking, steps to the right, fires over the middle, incomplete pass in and out of the hands of Deezer Powell.
Nickens looking for the PI, but I don't know. It was just Butterfingers. make me hungry for a candy bar. Also, we have people singing the Titanic song in the chat. That's always entertaining. A little karaoke.
Usually it's Andy that's doing that, but he's on the sideline tonight.
Never
Andy's
let go.
sad. Never let go, Jack. Pump fake. Throw into the end zone. It is hauled in by Tiberius Bovine.
That's what it'd be in OKC. That's the sound they make when you score
I'm
a
aware.
touchdown.
I knew where you were coming from on that one.
Plus, you got the bovine.
The Bovine himself. So Oklahoma City getting a touchdown on the board. Extra point try forthcoming. Assuming they make it, it'll be 30-10, and I would expect we'll probably, even with 3 timeouts, do you think you see an onside kick here?
No doubt. You gotta keep fighting until the whistle blows.
Extra point is up and through, and that does bring our score to 30-10.
I think Stevens didn't watch Titanic, Andy, or if he did, he was listening to, Jack tell Rose never let go, but she let go. That's kind of what he did in the last play of your game.
Yeah, he let go. The ball was right to him, and he let go.
That's good. Just pile it on, boys.
Onside kick is easily recovered by Sioux Falls. It will take over at the Oklahoma City 40-yard line.
Someone said sing it for 2 seconds. I did for Andy. Let's see if they can stop. They've got 3 timeouts. Colin Hart's a coming. Put everybody up on the line, sell out for the run, and just try to stop him. Like right there, perfect.
Defense is coming, and they wrap up Hart and bring him down for no gain on the play. Do you think, would you use your timeouts now? You got to conserve time, I would say, but they're letting the clock run.
Yeah, I would, but,
Didn't happen.
Irvine has a different, the commission's father has a different idea, I guess. Management. Good old Michael Irvine.
So second down and 10, 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go here in the ball game. Tyree letting as much time tick off the clock as possible as Hart runs down the right side, gaining 6 yards. Is walloped for a tackle. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. See how this one wraps up here after a brief break. Third down and 4 from the 34-yard line. Tyree under center. Hands the ball off to Hart, running his way up for a first down up to the 30-yard line.
Oh, man.
And now Oklahoma City burns their first timeout.
That 34 defense strikes again. Oh, that was Freddie Fox. Look at the moves of the Fox. What does the Fox say? First down. See, my album's coming out soon, boys. That's what someone said. I don't know. Would you rather Matt sings the hits or Matt sings?
I would rather the
Matt, when you sing, nothing's a hit, buddy.
Back to the sideline. Why are you up in our booth again?
Sideline got boring. Too many points.
Hart running down the right-hand side, gaining 4, brings up a second down and 6. Coming up tomorrow night, we have a doubleheader football action. Normally just one game left to play after the Sunday night game, but doubleheader tomorrow. First game kicks off at 5 p.m. Central Time as the London Knights visit the Carolina Skyhawks. We'll have James Richards and Marcus Dunhill on the call. Tyree under center here. On the second down and 6, hands the ball off to Hart, running down the left-hand side and wrapped up and tackled after a gain of 2. We'll bring up a third down and 4, and Oklahoma City burns their last timeout.
Check that. I think it's old Freddie Fox around the ball now.
Oh, is it?
Hart's taking a nap. he's had a good day and up 20 points. They don't want to hurt their quarter. I mean, they got their backup quarterback in.
The backups are indeed in.
And Oklahoma City still can't stop first down. So maybe your defensive scheme needs a little fine tuning here.
Fox takes a handoff, running up the middle.
Look at Freddie go.
Tearing apart the Oklahoma City defense. Final stats today for Colin Hart. 26 rushes, 161 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So, as I said at the little earlier in the game, he had a wild debut in week 1 he had 3 touchdowns that game as well. He had 234 yards, so not quite to that level of yardage today. Week 2, 2 touchdowns on the ground for 137 yards, but he also had 2 through the air. Kind of quiet since then, but looks like maybe after the bye week they've reinvigorated him, brought him back, and got him back into the rotation here correctly. Absolutely phenomenal game for him. After our first game tomorrow night, make sure you stay tuned. Head back to Twitch at 7 p.m. Central. Your Week 7 Fan Night Game of the Week. Chicago Wildcats, they will head to Baltimore to take on the Vultures. Cameron Irvine and Stephen Mullinex, as always, will be on our Fan Night Game of the Week show. So, Matt, what are your final thoughts on this one?
OKC's defense might not be as good as they think they are. I think they need to shore up this run defense for sure, and maybe a scheme change could help them as far as they're changing from a front 3-3-4 to a 4-3, and letting their one linebacker get off the blocks and do some tackling there, because when you only have 3 down linemen, one of your linebackers has to step in, and he's just not going to do as good a job filling those holes.
Your final score: Oklahoma City Renegades 10, Sioux Falls Sparrows 30. Want to thank our sideline reporter, Andy Hamilton. Andy, what are your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Sioux Falls came in and did most of what they were saying they were going to do. Ran the ball consistently and threw the ball well as well. And Oklahoma City's passing offense just didn't work out how they wanted. But I think both teams will bounce back next week, and we'll see a different Oklahoma City next week.
That is it from us here in Liberty Park in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This has been a presentation of the SFL Network presented by APM Music. For Matt Willson and Andy Hamilton, I am Mike Daggs saying thank you for joining us, everybody. Appreciate everyone being here tonight. Thank you for everybody who cheered their bits. And Scott LaRue is asking Matt Willson to sing us out, but we're not going to allow that to happen for the sake of of all of our sanity. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, kids.